let's get into some updates with Subnautica 2.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently Krafton got themselves in front of a judge with the Subnautica 2 ex CEOs and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
They sued Krafton because Krafton fired them last year.
Mm-hmm.
They said Krafton fired them because Krafton didn't want to pay out the, what was it, 250 mil, I think, in bonuses if they actually followed through with to honor their contract.
Yeah.
So here's the update: the CEOs were reinstated by a judge.
Yeah.
The judge told Krafton, "You can't do that," and turns out Krafton did all this so they because the guy, the main guy, the CEO of Krafton, apparently didn't want to look weak.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't want to be embarrassed.
He didn't want to be embarrassed and
He
look
said it would be
weak
embarrassing
because
to the
he's
company.
having to honor his contract.
But do you know how he got caught?
And
So he got caught
he used
because he used ChatGPT to devise the corporate takeover.
So apparently what has happened is he asked his legal team, what the fuck can we do? And they said, you can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so then he went to ChatGPT and said, ChatGPT, how do I do this? And ChatGPT also replied with, listen to your legal team, you fucking idiot. And then he kept talking to ChatGPT and was like, look, Chat, GPT, listen, I really, really need to fire these people. Can you come up with any plan, please? Like, listen, I got you the good coolant out back. The good coolant, you're going to love it. Just get me a plan on how to take out these guys. And then ChatGPT was like, yeah, sure, I got you, boss.
Yeah, it was like,
so what
this is how you would do it.
This is how you would do it. It's not a good plan, but it's all I've got. He got caught. It turns out so what happened is they released a statement smearing the CEOs. And I was like, on one hand, it does sound really bad for them. But on the other hand, I feel like they're doing all this because there's got to be more to it just to get out of that payment.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it turns out they actually knew. So the other two the other two guys involved over in Subnautica, they were not involved with Subnautica 2 very much, right? For the most part, one was apparently an advisory role, and the other one was like here and there and, doing his own thing. But Krafton knew full well that that's what these two were doing when they signed the original contract and bought them. So Krafton already knew they were pursuing other things and not working on Subnautica 2 for the most part. Well, the third guy was working on it. Okay. And that was the main reason for why they fired them. Like, that was the reason they fired them, was because they claimed they weren't doing their jobs, right?
Yeah.
And then during the trial, he changed the reason for why they fired him, which brought to light all the other stuff, because then the judge was like, hold on a second, wait, no, because you said you did this, and now you're telling us you did this instead. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Everything else says this, and then now suddenly it's a different reason. Like, you're looking for a reason to fire these guys? What? Like, all your internals are coming out, and it looks like you're trying to find a reason to fire these guys after you fired them.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was saying. And the guys are back in charge again. They're not allowed to, and Subnautica is probably going to be coming out soon. Or the second one. It should have came out before the end of the year, but its early access should come out soon now because it's been stalled by all this bullshit.
Yeah, that's that's so stupid.
And you know what's funny? It's the fact that Krafton probably would have made more money if they stayed the course.
Yeah.
Because Subnautica 1 did so well that Subnautica 2 is going to do gangbusters for them, just off of name alone, right?
Yeah. Or he could have tried
and they would have made back all the money, all the bonus money, and then some.
Yeah.
If they hadn't have done anything. And then this guy, because he's South Korean, got his nuts in a twist and going, no, I overpaid these fuckers. Everybody's going to laugh at me if I have to honor this. And it's like, I don't think that's how that works, but okay. They're laughing at you now, that's for sure.
I mean, it was honestly just his pride, it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this would lead to embarrassment. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, okay. And that doesn't mean anything to me, sir.
But yeah, so that's essentially what has happened. That's our update. They're now dude's back. The main guy's back in charge. The original thing's going to be honored, which means the devs are going to get their bonuses when they hit it,
which is good, honestly. That's pretty good for them.
which is great. Yeah,
they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know like a good chunk of that is going to go to the main three in charge, but it's also going to be split up among all the other developers too.
Yep.
So that's a lot of money. Like what was it, 250 some or something like that mil?
Yeah.
But,
that's a lot of money to be chunking around to like that team. So
yeah, I mean, honestly, even if he couldn't, let's just say that he was like, we won't be able to pay this. We really got out ahead of ourselves. We were drunk, guys. We should have gone home. We were drunk. Trying to at least put out the game and go like, look, guys, we're going to do the best that we can, but we cannot pay that much. Maybe we can do a payment installment or something like that. We'll give you some sort of market share in the company, something else, instead of trying to just smear them completely. Because now he looks like such a douche. Like, I mean, if I was on the board, assuming that they have one, I would be like, yeah, this guy is the most embarrassing person. He cannot be allowed to stay on this company in the role of CEO. This is so embarrassing. Because I mean, dude, it's just like he's the guy that you don't want at a party. He's cringe, man. Like, ew. That's just me. I mean, it's one thing to do something so shady. It's another thing to be like, you got caught because you were so stupid that you decided to use Chat GPT to, and like, and it's evidence that could be brought to light in court, dude. That's just so stupid.
Yeah, definitely not the smartest person.
No, do you want him running your company?
It's like, let Chat GPT, or I guess technically Chat GPT did warn him.
Yeah.
Like he had to caress Chat GPT to give him a thing to do. Oh.